Two women, one closet. Yeah, we're laughing while we live it. We got stories, we got wisdom. Some things we probably shouldn't admit yet. Hey, hey. Come on in, there's always room. Pull up a shelf, adjust your mood. We're talking life, we're talking soul. From clutter to cosmic truths untold. It's two in the closet. Zero shame and lots of sass. Get comfy, girl, 'cause we're diving into the good stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Have you exercised today? Did you go outside? Did you talk to anyone? Did you eat well? Did you limit your scrolling time? Did you make any plans? Did you drink enough water? Did you get enough sleep?
That was
call that?
no, that was what I would call a look into my life. Um, habits, right? Have I drank enough water? Have I gone outside? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, habits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're going to talk about today. And I want to start with something that feels embarrassingly small, but very real.
Okay, I can't wait to hear
The
that.
whole inspiration for this episode. Every morning I get up at 6. I meditate while it's still dark. I journal until about 7 or 7:30. I work from home, so I'm flexible. And my intention, my very real intention, is to go outside and walk after all of those things. But it's dark, or it's cold, or it's wet,
You don't want to go.
or windy. Yeah. So I tell myself I'll start work and then go after lunch.
Right.
And then lunch comes and I'm eating while watching something and then I go
Right.
back to work.
Right.
Then I tell myself I'll go at sunset because we have beautiful sunsets. And by then it's cold again and I'm already in work mode and I just keep
Exactly.
going. And then at night, my body aches. My mind suddenly wants to exercise. And then I start beating myself up, promising tomorrow will be different.
Yep.
And the cycle
Yes,
repeats.
the circle.
Yes.
And, oh, were you going to say
Yeah.
something?
I was going to say nothing about that sounds dramatic or unhealthy or lazy, but the walk never happens.
I think a lot of people have just said to themselves or out loud, same. Now,
Yeah.
I know for me, I want to do all this stuff in my head and have these like, I'm going to start off this week with good habits.
Mm-hmm.
Then the whole thing happens again.
So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about habits, not how to force them, but why this kind of loop keeps happening, even when we know better. So, item number 1.
Yes, tell us.
Habits are not moral failures. I think one of the biggest shifts for me was realizing that this isn't a walking problem. It's not a walking problem. It's not me being lazy. It's not me not being disciplined. It's not even motivation. It's habits. Habits are nervous system strategies, and they form to reduce discomfort. So somewhere I'm feeling the potential for discomfort, and so my strategies
Right.
are stepping in. And one way this finally made sense to me was seeing habits as a loop, not a flaw, but a loop.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm learning from this.
Yeah. So it usually starts with something uncomfortable: boredom, stress, fear, loneliness. Sometimes it's just restlessness. So then we reach for something, right?
Yep.
Sugar, scrolling, alcohol, weed, overworking, procrastinating, numbing out. And what we get isn't failure, it's relief. Temporary.
Right. Very temporary.
It's dopamine. It's a distraction. It's a sense of safety. And then we repeat.
Right. When you say it like that, it doesn't sound bad. It sounds human.
Exactly.
We're all human. We're all doing the same thing.
Yeah. The habit isn't the problem. The habit is the solution our system knows. It's the only one right now, right? So a brain seeks relief, there's predictability, and there's safety. And that once that habit works, if it's still there, it's serving something for that person. So that's really important when you're paying attention to your habits. What is it serving?
Right.
Is it serving, right? So when we say that the habit is the solution our system knows, think of it as the brain seeking relief and predictability and safety that forms that habit. And once that habit works and it's still here,
Right.
it's serving something. So important questions to be aware of and to ask, because if it's here, it believes it's helping. So what is this habit serving? How is this habit serving me? And
This is good.
when you think about habits, you can think of it as a choice or an automatic system just automatically does that, right?
Right. Is this, you mean our beliefs?
No, your habits. Your habits. Do you feel like you
Have choices?
choices versus they're just on autopilot?
For me, I would say choices.
Yeah.
Because I would like to do all of these, wake up at a certain time, go to bed at a certain time, take time for myself in the morning before I grab my phone and whatnot. Start off maybe taking a walk or doing something exercise wise. Those are choices, but I choose
Not to.
not to do that.
Even though you want to.
I want
Even though
to.
you want to.
I want to.
Yes.
And every day I say,
Yeah.
I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to do Pilates. I'm going to move my body. Month later, I mean, it's like a cycle. So I think it's a choice because I could choose to do do the right
Yeah.
habits,
So again, if it's still here, it's helping for some reason, right? And there's another layer of habits and the whole process that surprised me. I don't just shame myself in private because I can do that when I don't
Easy.
stick to a good habit
Right.
or I involve myself in a bad habit, right? Sometimes it gets activated socially. And I can speak from personal experience. I can be talking with a friend and they'll say something completely innocent like, oh, I'm just getting back from the gym, or we should be doing more weight bearing exercise, right? For our age.
Right.
And even though I know it's not about me, it feels like these little barbs, and it's not coming from them. It's coming from me.
Right. I was going to say it's something
Yeah.
within you that
Yeah.
feels that they're
Yeah. And that's not jealousy. It's not judgment. That's just my shame getting poked, right?
well, it's your shame because you would like to be doing those things.
Yeah. And then I feel ashamed that I didn't, or
I
that I don't stick to, right?
I feel that way too. So I completely understand.
Yeah. And it can activate when we feel like we're behind or we're exposed. My friend runs 5Ks regularly. She runs every opportunity she gets. Some days I don't leave my house, so I
Right.
can spiral,
But you can't, but you're choosing not to. You can.
I know, but I didn't do what I said
Right.
the habit that I wanted to
Right.
create,
Right.
right? So that can create shame.
Yes, 100%.
And then the body starts reacting before any kind of logic steps in, right? So it doesn't even need anybody to attack us. It attacks through
I was going to
us,
say
right?
it already goes there.
It's self-inflicted. So when someone hears the gym, my nervous system says, you should be doing better, right?
Mine does the same thing.
Yeah, even if nobody said that to
Right.
me.
It's still in my mind.
Yeah, and it's like my body goes, oh no, I've been seen, right? Shame. So it's not the comment, it's the meaning my system assigns to it.
It's our
Perception.
It's also mindset.
Yeah.
Say?
Yeah. Yeah. It's totally. What helped me realizing that trigger wasn't a message to try harder.
Mm-hmm.
It was information. It was pointing to a place in me that already felt tender And triggers don't mean we're failing. They just mean something inside of us wants a little bit of care.
I love that. I'm
Yeah.
going to put that on a poster.
Bumper sticker, but that's true.
No, it is.
Like that's if I was triggered by something you did all the time, there's something in me
right.
that needs some sort of attention and care. But if that space in me had the attention and care, it wouldn't matter to me.
Right.
So
what triggers us on the outside is really
it's just
inner
part of us asking for to be seen, to be healed.
I am going to write that on a piece of paper.
Yeah. So every time I reacted by turning that into self-criticism, I reinforced my loop, discomfort, shame, avoidance. And then I'm never going to do it because I'm caught in that loop. Right. So
how is this how you got yourself out of the
it's
loop?
how I recognized that I was,
Okay.
So if I could name it, like, oh, this is that loop. I said I was going to get up and walk and I didn't. And now I'm feeling shameful. And, I'm just going to avoid it even more tomorrow. Like it's not going to happen today at all. Right.
Screw it.
And then I'm back to, I feel like crap because I didn't do it and I know I need to do it. So I feel that discomfort. So it's just,
I just want you to know so many people feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like this is like, I think, a overall kind of
we all deal with it. Yeah. So here's a way to shift this.
Okay. I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah. Now, when stuff like that happens to me, I try to pause and say, this isn't about them. This is about pressure I'm already carrying.
Right.
And that alone creates a little bit of space. Like I can feel a deeper exhale even. Right. And the shame is the worst part. So for me, it's nighttime when I'm falling asleep, the regret. Now my body hurts because I didn't get up and move. And I said I was going to do it last night and I'm in my spiral, right?
It's the loop.
Yeah. So the regret, the self-talk, what's wrong with you? Why can't you do that? You know how awful you feel tonight. You know you would feel better if you did something.
If you go do it.
So shame dysregulates the nervous system, and dysregulation increases avoidance. See? And shame does not motivate anybody to change.
No, it makes you more in the same.
Yeah. So you can't shame yourself into a regulated nervous system.
So the shame actually keeps the habit going.
Yes. It's a vicious cycle. Yeah. It doesn't stop the loop. It's pretty much cements it. So it makes sure it keeps going.
But if we're too gentle, don't we just let ourselves off the hook?
Well, that's the tension point. So gentle does not mean pretending not to matter, right? It doesn't mean bypassing what you're doing or not. And it's being honest without being cruel to yourself, right? Compassion without honesty becomes enabling. How many of us know somebody that has a lot of compassion for something that they can see we're going through, that they could, give solid advice on how to move through it. And then that's it. They just are full of compassion and they keep giving you and allowing you and creating possibility for you.
Right. Enabling.
Yeah. Right. And then that dependence, right?
All experience.
And honesty. Yeah. So honesty without compassion is abuse. So you have to come together in honest compassion in a non-hurtful way, but a way to be honest.
This is very helpful, by the way.
Yeah. But that's tying it back to walking. It does matter that my body needs movement, and it also matters that my system is choosing safety. So the important part of that changed everything for me, because I realized that the nervous system chooses predictable discomfort over uncertain pain. So I know that I'm going to ache when I go to bed tonight,
100%.
but I don't know what I'm going to feel like if I go on a 5-mile hike.
Right.
And the actual starting.
That is the hardest part.
Yeah. And that creates and carries an emotional risk. Because what if it doesn't work out? What if I can't? And then the avoidance protects you from your self-attack, and it just.
So it's really being a disservice.
Yeah, it's safer not to start than to start and disappoint yourself. Isn't that the truth, though?
Well, no, it is, because I'm thinking to myself, oh, why aren't all these food plans and diets don't, work and not work and la 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 la. It's a circle. But you're
in the loop.
What you just said. What was the thing you just said?
I said it's safer to start than to start and disappoint.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was huge. Again, poster.
Yeah. But it's true. And it's not weakness, it's intelligence within our nervous system, but it's just outdated intelligence. So if you're listening and thinking, this is me, we want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. Your system learned something, and learning can be updated.
I love that. We can always learn new things.
Yeah. So listeners, think about what's your version of the walk that never happens in your life.
Right.
What is the thing you keep vowing to do that you don't follow through on?
Or I'm going to start tomorrow.
Right.
That's my thing.
Yeah. How do you talk to yourself when it doesn't happen? And in the next episode, we are going to talk about how change actually does happen, not through force, but through safety.
I can't wait.
Yes. So part 2 is coming up next, how the change actually happens without force. And until next time, I'm Beth.
I'm Jen.
And this is 2 in the Closet.